I recently went on the National Institute of Health NIH website and read their statistics on overweight and obesity. Under the heading Fast Facts, they wrote more than 2 out of 3 adults are either overweight or obese. They consider that if your body mass index is 25% or higher, you are overweight. Under the heading of causes of overweight, they claim that it is from an energy imbalance. They go on to say that when people eat and drink more calories that they burn, then the energy imbalance tips toward weight gain. I believe that for most of my life, and still do until this day. If you conducted a survey, I would bet you that most people would agree that if you consume more than you burn, then you are going to get heavier. I don't think they are incorrect with that assumption. It is just as in a car: if you put gas into a car, the tank fills up. When you drive around, then you are burning up the gas that is in the tank. However, just like with cars, we do not get the same amount of miles per gallon. We all know that trucks get less miles per gallon than compact cars. It is the same for humans. People burn calories at a different pace than others. This is where the NIH fails to communicate. We have to focus on our metabolism and find out our capacity to burn up calories. This is where the rubber meets the road. We tend to focus on what we put in our mouths, but rarely we focus on the combustion of that fuel. Would it be great if you can eat a lot of food and would not have to worry about gaining weight, because your capacity to burn the food would be greater than the amount that you ate? Of course you would love it. I am not referring to eating lettuce and carrots the whole day neither. Frankly, I can eat all of the vegetables I have in my refrigerator and still be hungry. I need to eat food that is substantial to be satisfied. So how can we speed up our metabolism so that we can be free from calorie counting and daily starvation? Because we all know that if you are not satisfied with your daily consumption of foods, then one day you will say to yourself that it is just not worth it. Consistency is the key. So what are some of the causes of a slow metabolism rate? Hormones can be the culprit. This article focuses on one, and that one is estrogen. Estrogen is considered a female hormone because it makes a female womanly. However, they play roles in both sexes. What has developed over the last few decades is that the world that we live has become more polluted with xenoestrogens. These are chemicals that are estrogenic. They bind to hormone receptors, and when they do that, your body has absorbed more estrogen. The 3 major players are bisphenol A, PBA, phthalates, and parabens. Basically, when it comes down to it, there are too many chemicals around us, and they are making us fat. PBA is a carbon-based chemical that is found in plastics, aluminum cans, and many other products. Phthalates are comprised of perfumes and air sprays. Parabens are in lotions. What can you do to reverse this trend? You should use a 2-pronged approach when combating estrogen dominance. This would be avoidance of these chemicals and dietary adjustments to fight them when they enter your body. When it comes to parabens, look for products that do not contain them. It is difficult because most lotions contain parabens. But the good thing is that they are out there, and when you do find a lotion that is paraben-free, then you can use that product and not others. You can use the same strategy with phthalates. The chemical that is by far the most difficult to avoid is PBA. Studies have linked urinary PBA to body fat. Stay away from canned foods unless you know that the can is PBA-free. Store foods in glass containers. Don't heat up foods in plastic containers. All plastics are not the same. Harder plastics are less estrogenic than the softer ones. The softer ones leak out more PBAs than the harder ones. If they are already in your system, things that you can do to eliminate them are eating and supplementing with omega-3s. Eat more broccoli and leafy greens. You can supplement with zinc, folic acid, and B6. Also avoid soy. Soy is estrogenic and should be restricted from your diet. This by all means, this is not everything you can do. This article was intended to give you information so that you can start to make the right decisions in your life. You can start to combat this infiltration of chemicals into your life and to become aware of why you're not losing the weight you thought you would lose. Countries are starting to put pressure on the industries that are bombarding us with these pollutive compounds. We as citizens can take up some of the fight and contact elected officials and express concerns.